Alright, let's just go ahead and get started. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. We got non-farm productivity, not sure what that means. Unit labor cost, no clue. Asian markets have some CPI. Asia and Germany have some data overnight. And then tomorrow is going to be the good old inflation data. Tomorrow's stream is just going to be dedicated for that. I'm going to test how I could stream my futures account on there so I can show you guys how to trade futures or whatnot, but not sure if I can. But then, after that, we should have our CPI, and then we have Evans talking. Kashkira, I've never heard that name before. Monthly budget. And then next day, PPI, job claims, daily Bloomberg. That's going to be pretty interesting all at night. Okay. And then a University of Michigan sentiment, which has moved the market the past 2 times it's come out. Earnings, Upstart and NAV or NVAX both got halted yesterday. Pretty interesting. Today, nothing good. Maybe Coinbox, Roblox, TTD, Plug, Unity. Today's probably the top one, but not really. Just sticking to my main stocks. Kind of went out of the box yesterday with Shop, but I think that one's going to pay, even though people disagree with me. Let's go ahead and start our key. Or let's kind of go over yesterday, so we're not rushing or finishing up early. But let's just go over what we had yesterday and just see the reactions on it. Okay. So ES above 4,200, can see 4,300, and then we had that 100 daily EMA. Let's see if we're still holding. We are still holding. Right here, that 100. Our high, what was our high yesterday? Pretty sure it's the 200. This is the 200 and 400. What's the 100? The 100 right here. So we got to get to the 200 first. So let's see if we can hold the 200. Wait, 100? They're all crossing very strange. Okay, it's just definitely a weird cross. Let's keep 100 and 200 up. So definitely want to see it hold that 100, 4,100 level. Kind of this bottom, our Friday data range. We're still just chilling there. We had that NQ hold 13.1. We are right there. You can tell here's our data range 13.1, 13.1. There's our high yesterday. The EMA 13,500 is going to be a hard level. We didn't get there. I went short. Went short yesterday. This bear market line, if you just take from all-time highs, recent all-time highs, down 20%, you're going to get this bear market line, which is by definition, if the market's down 20% from recent highs, we're in a bear market. You can tell just how it reacted around there. That was our high yesterday. We pushed up really well to it, and then just straight rejected it. So if we do get above there, see if sellers come in, want to hold NQ technically in a quote unquote bear market. And see that VIX getting close to overall breaking this downtrend. definitely just it's just a, not like a downtrend, just showing, when we break this down right here, we pop up. When we break this downtrend here, we popped up. So we're just waiting for this one. This is the longest, decent one on that one. Apple. Apple didn't hit our demand, but this $1.2 billion dark will come up. I tell you guys, if you guys are on a computer and trading, on a computer, you TweetDeck. I'll show you guys TweetDeck. If you don't have TweetDeck, I don't know what's keeping you from getting it. This is just Twitter, but you can put your tweets in columns. So I just have my main one. I have my flow. I have kind of traders who, give good ideas, give their maps and all that. And then I have best, which is just news. I don't know why I call it best, but it's Walter, Live Squawk, Feature, or Zero Hedge. Kind of my news. So all my news rolls in here. It's not filtered in with everybody's Twitter, thousands of people. But if you go to the flow and just kind of have, I have Unusuals, Cheddar Flow, Theta Warrior, Money Flow, Mel, and Trading Ticks. And if we go to Cheddar Flow, they give good, tidbits on dark pools and unusual flow that they think is unusual. But it just depends on if they post it or not. But they had, they'll post like this. Buy millions worth of 370 puts hitting the tape, which I don't really look at these because these happen every day. They had right here, Apple $1.3 billion worth of dark pool prints. This is very rare. So they had, at 166.39 that came in. The price didn't match the time it actually came in. Don't know why. I even had someone check it on on Black Box Stocks, and it didn't add up on theirs either. But what I did was mark it up on your chart. Dark pool 1.2 million 88. I like to put a date because so you just gotta take it off. So Apple was at like 10 and price was up here. So once we started kind of selling off, that's when I got my Apple put. You can tell how I like to use it as a support and resistance. Tell we broke below it and now we're stuck below it. So the main thing is we have to stay below this dark pool, and then it's considered a sell. With dark pools, you can't tell if they are buys or sells. I just love to mark them up on my chart and then kind of think of, is it, with the price, is this the best time to buy Apple $1.2 billion? Just by looking at this chart, to me, no. Like, they should have bought it 2 weeks ago if they really wanted to take advantage of the $12 push up. They should have bought Apple down here. Look where they're buying Apple, kind of at this resistance. You can tell this is kind of might be the high for Apple right here. But Apple is, well, let's just go over what we had yesterday, and then we'll go through the charts. AMD 100 cycle level, nothing special about that. Amazon 142 supply, should have been 144, but I don't know why I put 142. My supply was 144. Beautiful 4% sell off from that one. Google, there's this flag, kind of beautiful rejection from it from Justin Morning. We're continuing to sell off. Meta, beautiful call on it yesterday. I put 172 breakout again. You can tell this area, one right here, 172. There you go. Resistance, 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 resistance. Finally broke above. Nice push. We sold off of the market. Kind of a resistance here, resistance, resistance. And then yesterday morning, we just had a strong move on it. We got it, ran it open. You can tell 173 broke above. Kind of tested it, but overall super strength. And then kind of rejected 178 pretty strong. Huge upper wick on the 5-minute, and that's when we got out. Microsoft 282 supply. That's not updated. NVIDIA we'll talk about today. And then Tesla. So let's go ahead and get started. Seems like we're still selling off. If you guys are watching, if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. That'd be awesome. Still growing the channel. If you guys hit a like, takes one quick second. Just doesn't affect you guys. Just hit that like button. Get me out in the algorithm, on that YouTube algorithm. So today is the 9th. I think we're just going to overall be setting up today for a CPI tomorrow. Like I said, the stream is going to be dedicated for CPI, as I'm going to be trading futures, so I don't want to get over crazy on it. So, what's up, Brad? But overall, or it's going to be CPI. Seems like right here, we kind of created a little resistance level. Get rid of that one because it's not really needed that much. So 4,100, possibly see if we get some dip buyers down there like we have over the last week. We got buyers here, buyers, buyers here. So if we do continue sell off, we have 4,100. We have this 100 EMA. I expect, everyone's kind of expected a lot of chop. We kind of had a decent push up and then a hard sell off and then chop. Expect more chop, more a little bit what I call price manipulation, but that's more of the big guys trying to get in where they want to get into for tomorrow's data, which is CPI. But overall, I really don't have much supply and demand. I have one down here, which would be a good 4,000 level to see a possible bounce where we had a decent push before. So I could see us coming down here, maybe at CPI and then popping up. But for me, I'm, my overall I'm biased towards bearish. I think the economy and everything is eventually going to catch up to the stock market. Sorry. And then remember, this kind of rally was based on that inflation has peaked. So if inflation data doesn't really show that it's peaked, honestly don't know where this market's going to go. We could see a really drastic sell-off. So just be prepared on all that tomorrow. So yes, we're just stuck between 4,100 and 4,200 right now. So let's see what's going to happen there. NQ breaking 13.1, which is our previous breakout spot. We came back, actually had a decent retest right here on the 5th, Friday, which was a pretty decent move. We did create a newer high. But NQ, hold 13.1. Sorry. If not, we go back below to this chop. And then we have kind of our bottom. Are we going to... there's our breakout. Are we going to come back down and kind of test this bottom of this range? But NQ's kind of a little more drastic. NQ's kind of been pushing the market. You can tell this chart looks a little bit better than ES. Then we have a whole day consolidation right here, which could bring some volume to upside. We could possibly like this, or we can go like that. But we are ranging. There's really, you shouldn't really be going high. Sorry. Shouldn't really go in big into anything right now. When you have big data like that, FOMC, you wait for those days. That's when the days you actually want to go into heavy. SPY, I'm not sure what this adjust button does. It adjusts for so it says adjust data for dividend. So before I had this, which was a previous high there, we broke above. But if I hit this, take this adjust off, the previous high is up here, which was yesterday's high. So I don't know. I guess it adjusts based on dividends. Don't know. But kind of a upwards channel. Definitely want to see this uptrend broken for SPY. Oil took a little short on oil, kind of didn't do well. Not that it even, but definitely watching 93, which is the bottom of this consolidation area where we had that sell-off and whatnot. Ethereum, Bitcoin, probably going to be affected pretty well in the data tomorrow. Definitely watch Bitcoin and Ethereum to kind of see what's going to happen. You can tell the Asian markets are probably going to affect that going into tomorrow. Apple, we got 166.39, 1.2 billion dark pool. Almost got one gap. I had two gaps. But Apple, we have a little farther out. If you know kind of formations, this is what we consider M formation. So you have your push up, kind of yourself, then you have kind of a higher push up, and then you're going to have your drop. So what market makers are doing here, this is just a simple ETA, if you see this pattern, it could be an M or a W. Usually, most of the market's gonna be M's or W's. You tell they push up, they're gonna try to get people who are going long based on this previous I don't know, let's send this to my buddy. He's all about information. But they're trying to get people who get long about previous highs or, who play. Well, this guy never responded to me, so I don't like people who message me, say, "What's up, man?" And I say hello, and then they don't say anything. Good talk. I don't really consider double tops, but it could be. It could be like a liquidity grab, but hold on, let me send this and I'll talk about it. Yeah, M pattern. So you have this initial push, and then market makers try to get, they're going to buy here. They know they have enough to push it up. They bring the price down a little bit, buy here. They're going to start selling on this way up, and then kind of get people who play, oh, we're going to play previous day, inside day, we're going to play a breakout of the high. They play the breakout of the high, and they get slammed down. So what you really want to watch is this right here, that 163. I've sent him a perfect one. Oh, like Roku. Roku on the daily is a kind of a good example of it. It's a little extreme example of it, but here's your kind of M pattern. You can tell they kind of wick the new high here, who people are like, oh, Roku's considering, Roku's 50% might be. Roku created a new high. They're going to continue going higher. No. What else did I show them? But kind of watching that at Apple. So 163 to 160. So , 50, yeah, between the golden zone. AMD daily doji. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 9 green days in a row. Not really looking at anything. The only thing I'm watching is possibly a pullback into this zone right here. Should be at 0.382, 0.5, which is kind of the 5. So we should be, if this is going to be waves, my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we should see a pullback A, B, C. Not really looking that much into AMD. Amazon. Amazon's got a big gap below. Definitely watching this kind of inverted hammer gap up. Demand right here. Amazon. Big gap below. And then with Amazon, what you do is take the fib of that one huge buy candle. Usually algos, computers like to come in kind of halfway down and kind of buy in, continue up. So I'm watching. I'm actually going to set an alert at 1:30 on Amazon. I need to start setting alerts again. Google. We're in a put from Friday. Had a beautiful average down, probably at the top yesterday. But Google right here, looking for it to come back down to this flag and eventually kind of break down because this is a bear flag. I mean, if this thing breaks down and actually goes to where it's supposed to go, I can't see Google. Google can't get that low. Down to 80. Maybe if we market goes to new lows again. Google, a lot of people think it's going to break above here, but, for risk to reward, this is what I look at for risk to reward. We'll go over this on shop too. Like, I'd rather buy puts here with a stop instead of buying calls. A lot of people want to play calls here for the breakout. No, you want to buy calls down here. Like, why aren't you buying calls here? Why don't you have this all set up? What's up, Sam? Why don't you have all this all set up to buy calls down here? This is where you should be buying calls. Why are people, buying calls here to break this resistance? Like, for me, that's what I don't like. That's kind of the strat. I don't like about the strat is I like to play the pullback. I like to play. I'd rather buy a call here than up here. Google big flag. About 120 hard resistance. I'm ordering a new microphone today, so that'd be pretty cool coming Wednesday, guys. And I should have my camera back. I need a haircut. That's the only thing that's causing that issue. If you guys could hit that like button, appreciate it. But Meta, not really. I don't like to play Meta 2 days in a row. Let's see how this plays out. We definitely had a nice push yesterday. Buyers came in, kind of at these lows, so we kind of want to hold. I'll still have the headset. I just won't have the microphone. This microphone, the part you speak into the mic actually comes off. But no, I'm getting like a pretty cool one. Because I'm gonna start doing live trading and trying to get this channel going. You guys aren't helping me with not subscribing. You're like 80% of the people that watch these videos don't subscribe. So Meta, you could tell this is kind of our you could tell at this level right here is a previous, was it 165? 165 is a pretty key level. Yeah, 165. Let's go mark that up. 165, you can sell receive resistance, broke above, test as support. That's your entrance right there, guys. This is what you're looking for. Simple TA. You don't have to. Here you bump it. But you don't have to get crazy with TA. Look at this. This is just simple TA meta. Here's your resistance. Wait for it to break above. If I go to a lower time frame, you can tell these candles overlap, so you can see it comes down, retests, goes above. Where's your buy in the next day? Look at this beautiful retest, push up. Simple. It's simple. If you guys trade the simple pattern, I'm gonna probably start trading a lot like this and kind of. I love supply and demand, but you can tell I throw these in too. Look at this, and then we look. Where's our breakdown? We broke down. What we do? Resistance. We could take in 3 put plays off of this resistance right here. Came up, broke above. What did it do? First thing, tested it, ran up. Look at this play right here on July 18th. 4% banger. If you wanted to hold, look at that huge move. 11%. Then we come back down to this 165. Look at that beautiful support bounce. Overnight support. Broke below. First thing, tested it. Continuation down. Let us test right here. Broke above. I mean, this is simple. Simple, guys. Test. Broke above. Came back down. Tested it. Continued up. And look at that beautiful bounce here. That was probably where we should have got in. We got in at open yesterday. So definitely 165 is a huge 165, huge level. If we come down to the 165, definitely watching for calls. How far out would you buy that option to avoid the chop on that 4% banger on Meta? I always do weeklies because I'm not gonna see. My thing is I do weeklies because I'm most likely not going to hold overnight. You can tell the ones I'm swinging are usually the monthlies. So I either do the weeklies, or you could tell the monthlies are August 18th, September. I mean, if you go to your options chain, where we at? Meta. Yeah, August 19th, and then you have, I think, September 16th is your other monthly. So I either do weeklies or monthlies are my things. I don't really go the next week, unless there's good open interest and good volume. But my thing is with weeklies, I'm not going to hold. Most likely, I'm not holding overnight. I'm trying to catch that move of that day. So that's why I get the weeklies. I feel like there's no point of paying the extra premium to get farther out if I'm just going to go ahead and sell that day. It does help with your downside, but as long as you have good risk management, so you have good risk management, you should be pretty well off on going weeklies. But to avoid, I mean, your moves are pretty strong off of this level though. It's 165 level. But Brad, I'm not a person that talks about Greeks. I don't talk about theta, delta. I'm just get in and get out. I don't really look at those things. Yeah, I should, but I always say I'm not holding a contract on Thursday going into Friday, thinking, mad that the theta is going to destroy my contract. I shouldn't even be holding that if I'm actually thinking about theta destroying my contract. There's no reason to be holding it that long. Microsoft definitely watches this level, like 275. Where resistance here, broke above, look at that, tested it, continued up. Yeah, that's why I'm liking futures like lately, because the futures doesn't have theta and all that. Theta. I don't know why I'm saying theta. Theta. But I try not to overthink what contract to get. I kind of get it based on my price. I look at the volume, on Webull. You guys should click into it and see what people are buying it for. See, who's holding what and all that. Kind of helps out too. Microsoft was leading the pack kind of sideways lately. Let's see what it's been doing lately. Interesting volume print control from the up parts at the bottom. So let's see if it could hold. I definitely would love to see a 175 bounce on Microsoft. Definitely watching that. Yeah, Brad. Oh, let me go. So Apple, I took that put yesterday. I kind of want to, $1.2 billion. I was like, okay, that's going to be, if it's a sell, we're definitely going to watch the price drop. Sorry, I don't know what's with me. We should see the price drop. So I'm watching, on weeklies, what am I looking for here? I'm looking, so you have your volume here and your open interest. Volume here, open interest. When your volume is showing more than your open interest, obviously way more people are buying it and not selling it. So these 78s is probably what I would go for. But looking at it, you got 1.88, 1.32. I'm obviously going to pick the 0.88. I don't want to go that far out and grab this one. Even without looking at Greeks, I could tell this one's not going to pay as well. It'll pay a better percentage, but it won't pay a better dollar amount. So I would, these are calls, but same thing. Let's go look at puts then. Puts, here's your 165. Apple is probably in the money above 165. You got 84, 49, 48. So these are the ones you're looking at. The main thing is with you want them to go in the money. So wherever you pick, you kind of want it to be like, is this going to go into money? That's where you're going to start getting more money. But like right here, I'm not going to pick this 0.53. Yeah, it has good volume, good open interest. I'd rather go 0.06, or if I want to be safe, I'd go actually in the money. But, I looked at what did we get? We got Apple 819 P. So we got a 160. This one, you can tell this one was highest open interest. This one, wow, I don't know what people are doing here. Someone loaded the boat on super cheap contracts. I don't even look at that. I'm just looking at kind of like the first 3-4 prices right here, close to the money. That's my obvious choice. I'm not looking at Greeks at all, but NVIDIA, we have 173 hold. then it goes to 160. $182 above. So we have this. The video sold off pretty hard yesterday, but we are holding this 172 level. Let's see if we can bounce into this demand here. But NVIDIA, kind of like Google, but big bear flag. Guided down, but I still like AMD and NVIDIA long. I think they're just being open and truthful to their investors. Gave them a good, beautiful Monday morning wake up call. And Tesla, still not looking at Tesla that much. Definitely kind of a triple top up here at 940, but possibly a supply here. But obviously, I don't really watch Tesla that much. Let's go to shop because we took shop. Beautiful. So shop, like I tell people, like here's a gap. You have this level right here. There's a resistance point. Like I was kind of battling a guy back and forth in one of the chats. I'm like, why are you buying calls up here? You should be buying calls down here where the obvious bounce is. For me, your risk to reward by buying calls here is not good. Not good at all. There's rejected gap, rejected gap, rejected gap, continue to sell off. I don't know. For me, that's just I'm buying calls down here. This is not where I'm buying puts to go lower. Why would you buy a put here to go lower? No. I'll probably be buying a call, because you're just bouncing. Yeah, if it does break below and continues to go down, it could happen. You have your stop losses. You just take one on the chin. Right here, you're buying your puts. You're obviously selling off here. And this person in the chat said he wanted to go to the 80. I'm like, the market's not going to. No way shop's going to double. I don't think this market could push enough for shop to double in market cap right now. But, battling back and forth, I'll keep taking. But definitely possibly take a profit on shop at open and see what the value. Definitely could see 36. Just go through some tickers on the higher time frame. Boeing, should have really showed Boeing. They came out with news with new deliveries. Whenever Boeing comes out with news, they always push out and sell off. Banks, I thought banks were looking strong, and then yesterday just had a really bad day. Netflix, nice push. Kind of showed this yesterday. Right here, go to ascending triangle. Let's see if it can hold at 230. Possibly bounce off that 230. So where here's your rejection, rejection square could possibly head back down to this 75, 76 level. I wish. How you go? What's up? Airbnb, kind of this level right here. A lot of tickers. There's a firm. I showed this kind of resistance. We broke above. Kind of want to see maybe a possibly retest and then continuation up, but definitely gonna be hard. But that's gonna end it for me today, guys. Or CMM. Watch CRM right here. Big resistance. Could see some upside, but that's gonna end it for me, guys. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, if you guys want to watch CPI data and how it affects the market, and we're just gonna do a stream on that in the morning. But definitely appreciate you guys. Appreciate every morning you guys come in here, chat it up. Brad, Hassan, appreciate all you guys hitting that like button, subscribing. Charting away with me. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. Don't don't get crazy before tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably when the movement's coming. Y'all have a great